Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Attorney E Immigration Lawyer. My name is Attorney Elaine Antonio Bordeaux. I'm an immigration attorney licensed in New York, based here in Texas. In today's episode, pag-uusapan natin ang Visa Bulletin for December of 2020. Good news sa ating mga F2A category beneficiaries na nandito sa US and eligible for adjustment of status kasi current ang inyong status ngayon. So that means you can apply for adjustment of status. We're going to talk about that later. In the meantime, reminder po lamang na this is not a substitute for an actual consultation with a qualified immigration lawyer. This presentation is for educational purposes only. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to read, kung paano basahin ang Visa Bulletin chart. I'm going to share my screen to you. Before we proceed, kung hindi pa kayo nag-like, please do like and subscribe and share it to your friends kasi I regularly post updates on the latest on US immigration law. Mag-subscribe kayo so you can get notified kung may mga bagong video post tayo. Okay, so the first thing we need to do if we want to check the Visa Bulletin, ay kailangan natin to go to the Visa Bulletin website. So just Google Visa Bulletin December 2020. This is really easy kasi 2020, all right. Actually, I typed 2022. Pero Visa Bulletin for December 2020. So every month, ina-update ito. Okay, sa Visa Bulletin, kung ikaw ay immediate relative, hindi mo na kailangan mag-check dito dahil ang visa para sa iyo ay immediately available. Ang Visa Bulletin ay para lamang sa mga non-immediate relative beneficiaries. For purposes of our discussion, family-based petition lang ang pag-uusapan natin. We're not going to talk about the employment-based petitions, but you can also get that information here. Okay, so as you can see, Visa Bulletin for December 2020, I'm going to scroll down. You can print this, you can email this. Mayroong link para sa printer-friendly PDF. Okay, so when you scroll down, makikita mo first yung family-sponsored preferences categories. Ito yung mga categories and pinapaliwanag dito kung sino ang covered ng F1, F2A, F2B, F3, and F4. Alright, so meron tayong isang video that I actually explained the different preference categories. So please search my YouTube channel and you can find it there. Okay. All right. Oops. All right. So when you scroll down, you can see two charts. Itong chart A and then chart B. Mayroong announcement ang USCIS na for purposes ng F2A category ay current na ito and yung mga beneficiaries under this category na eligible for adjustment of status ay pwede nang mag-file ng adjustment of status. Okay? So here, and I will strongly advise na if you are in that situation, in this category, before you submit your adjustment of status application, kumonsulta sa abogado because kung hindi ka eligible at ma-deny, alam mo ang consequences ay medyo harsh, ano? It can lead to removal or deportation. So make sure first na eligible ka. Okay, so yan ang final action. You can see here on chart A. Ang chart B naman ay para sa consular process. As you can see here, itong chart na to ay may ilang rows? 6 rows. So ang first row, so we're talking about chart B. Ito yung consular process, meaning yung beneficiary ay nasa labas ng US at ang proseso ay dadaan sa National Visa Center and then magkakaroon ng interview after the submission. First, after payment of fees and then submission of required documentation, may interview. So ang tawag natin doon ay consular process. All right? So, as you can see, merong 6 na rows dito sa chart na to. So first row, makikita natin ang mga iba't ibang categories. F1, F2A, F2B, F3, F4. Kung scroll up mo siya, makikita mo ang definition or kung sino ang covered ng bawat category. Okay? All right. So we scroll down. Let's go back to this chart B. So sa F1, para natin malaman kung ano ang application date na pinoproseso galing sa Pilipinas, go to the last row. Makikita mo doon ang Philippines, under that ay application date. So anong sabi dito ano ang instruction? Sabi dito, applicants for immigrant visas who have a priority date earlier than the application date in the chart below may assemble and submit required documentation to the Department of State's National Visa Center following receipt of notification from NVC containing detailed instructions. So anong ibig sabihin nun? Pwede na kayong mag-assemble, mag-submit ng documentation kung ang priority date mo ay earlier than the application date na nakasaad dito sa chart na to. Okay, so we're gonna talk about, magbibigay ako ng example para maintindihan. Okay, so ang kailangan yung priority date mo, yung application date na nandito sa chart. And then ang sabi dito ay makakatanggap ka ng receipt of notification. So you have to be notified by NVC first ng detailed instruction. And kasama doon sa notification mo ay ang instruction sa pagbabayad ng invoices, may 2 invoices, affidavit of support and immigrant visa application fee. And then ang instruction kung paano ka magsasubmit ng mga required documentation. So first, priority date. Paano mo malalaman ang priority date mo? Normally makikita mo yan doon sa receipt notice na natanggap mo when the application was filed for you. So priority date. And then yung application date, saan mo makikita? Makikita mo ito sa chart na nandito sa visa bulletin. So, say F1, ang F1 ay ang unmarried sons and daughters of US citizens. So, ito yung mga nag-21 years old na overage kung tawagin natin ng mga anak ng US citizens. So, F1 category, okay, ang F1 category, tapos ang application date ngayon ay October 8, 2012. So ang sabi dito sa instruction ay may priority date ka. Kung ang priority date mo ay earlier than here, ay pwede ka na mag-assemble at mag-submit ng documentation makatapos mong matanggap ang receipt or notification from NVC. Okay, so kung wala kang notice, ay hindi ka pa pwedeng mag-submit, ano? And then now, electronic na ang submission. So ang pinoproseso ay October 8, 2012. So check your priority date. Okay? Paano yung mga naghihintay ng katagal-tagal at hindi nila alam kung ano nangyari sa kanilang petisyon? Ang suggestion ko or ang payo ko ay mag-reach out kayo sa NVC, either yung petitioner or yung beneficiary. And we're gonna have another video for that. Mag-reach out kayo and then sabihin nyo kung hindi nyo natanggap yung approval notice or i-check nyo yung status ng application nyo. Online na rin ang communication with NVC ngayon. Okay, so F1 category, October 8, 2012. F2A, August 1, 2020. So mapapansin nyo, pagka-adjustment of status, meaning nandito sa US ang beneficiary, current. Pero pag nasa Philippines, August 1, 2020 ang application date na pinoproseso. F2B, April 1, 2012. F3, December 22, 2002. F4, September 1, 2002. Experience ko na bilang lawyer na ang mga beneficiaries or ang mga kliyente ang very vigilant, ano? Halos yung iba everyday na online chine-check. So pag nakita niyo malapit na yung priority date niyo or pwede na kayong mag-file, pwede nyo rin i-notify yung abogado nyo. So magpadala kayo ng email na ganito na. Kasi I know the feeling. Lagi kayo nag-check. At pag nakita nyo, pwede nyo rin i-notify yung mga lawyers nyo so that they can do the next step for you. Okay? Alright. So ganyan ang pag-read ng visa bulletin chart. And as I said, kung ang priority date mo is earlier than the application date, ay kung represented ka ng lawyer, reach out to your attorney, pwede ka nang mag-start mag-assemble at mag-produce ng mga documentations. Mayroon kang babayaran na fees and everything right now is submitted online. Okay, mayroon tayong isang episode, ang National Visa Center Processing, explaining in detail kung ano yung mga steps, yung proseso natin at yung mga kailangan nating isubmit. So please check nyo sa aking YouTube channel. Kung nagustuhan po ninyo, please like and subscribe. If you want to schedule a consultation with me, Attorney Elaine Antonio Bardong, mag-email po kayo sa eboardlaw@gmail.com. Maraming salamat po. Till next time.